All right, so we're back in the shop with this thing. This is the regular cab short bed that I'd gotten from Michael and had put it together. I wasn't completely done with it, and then this kid started, messaging me, wanting to buy it, and I had a lot going on, and I didn't. If there's one thing you don't do with me, you do not rush me, and I don't appreciate it one bit. I just do not like to be rushed. Because you're not going to get a good result when you rush somebody. So, I was like, look, dude, you can come out and look at the truck, and there's still some stuff I got to do to it. And it was just, he was in a rush, he was in a hurry, whatever. And so, I got it together the best I could. He wanted a trailer hitch on it. I gave him a trailer hitch, put it on for him. I had to put trans cooler on it, and it was still kind of running a little rough. So anyway, he went ahead and took it and everything. And I told him, I was like, look, it's running a little rough or whatever. I said, I need to work on the tune and clean up the tune some, get it tagged and insured, and then I can drive it and work on the tune and whatnot. And so he agreed. And then the other thing was the AC didn't work. And, it's been absolutely miserable here. It's been over 100 degrees, and it's just, this heat will just take it right out of you and make you not want to do anything. So, if you're cutting grass, you want to be able to hop in your truck and have AC. So I told him, since he did grass cutting and everything, I was like, hey, my yard and all, you cut my yard and, do everything up and all with that, and then, we'll work out on the AC. So he was like, yeah, cool. So I got the AC going and working for him, got the trailer hitch on, got the trans cooler on, and then, again, that was the week I was working on that other truck from like 6 in the morning to 11 at night, and was just very busy, very beat, just had a lot going on. So, he drives it home, he messages me, and, tells me, this light came on, that light came on, whatever. Okay, and I told him, I was like, well, when you come cut my grass, I'll take a look at it, we'll figure it out, I'll get you taken care of. So he had told me a day he was going to come get it, come do my yard and all that stuff. He did message me that time and told me that he wasn't going to be able to make it, and could he do it the following day. I said, yeah, that's fine. The following day I didn't hear anything from him, and it was already a bad week, so that kind of set off a chain reaction and didn't end too well for him. But anyway, I apologized and told him that I'd give him one more chance and take a look at it and go over it for him. So here it is. I want to be as true to my word as I can be, and I want to, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I want to do it. So turns out it was skipping on number 7. I pulled the wire off, put another plug in it, see it sparking, pulled the plug out to see, just what it looks like, and sure as the world, the porcelain's cracked in 2 places, so we got a cracked spark plug. So I put it back in, and then I'm checking, the injectors, and the injector wasn't firing because I had a code for something about the injector harness. So it turns out where I had soldered it, it was touching or something. So anyway, I got the injector firing. It's running on all 8 now. Worked on the tune some more again, 102 millimeter throttle body deal. So I had to slot the holes in there so I could adjust this to get it to 0.2 at closed. And again, this was open to, I think it was showing 0.5 volts or something. So I got that dialed in, and then got that adjusted, and then I got the injector firing, got a new spark plug in it, and then worked on the tune, so now it cranks up and runs properly and that sort of thing. So I think we should be good to go on this, and so this is it for me. the big news has been coming down the line. Finally came to fruition for me yesterday, and I'm going to be taking another engineering job, and will no longer be doing this for anyone else. It's I think everybody should own their own business at least once, just to kind of see what all you have to deal with. And I've had some very good customers. I will not deny that. I've had some very good customers. And on the opposite end of that, I've had some absolutely horrible customers that will never come back or talk to me ever again. And, it's unfortunate. But, some people, it doesn't matter how much you do for them. Try to make things right, try to do what you can. You bend over backward for them. You don't basically end up don't making any money, and then they're still just not happy. And it's just some people, you just can't satisfy. You can't make happy. And I did HVAC design for 10 years, and our rule and the HVAC design was our target was 80% of the people happy in the building, and the best news was no news. So that's kind of how it is in this business. You don't hear anything about your work unless they've upset me or something, and then I'm like, look, you're done. I'm not working for you anymore. And then they're going to go run and smear your name because they didn't get their way with me, or there's a problem with it, it's skipping or not running right. And then, it's just, that's all you hear. It's just all the negatives. Nobody ever tells you, hey man, thanks, good job. People message me and question me and call me all the time and want me to help them do this and do that. And the thing is, I learned all this stuff on my own. And, I think we've talked about it in another video. I mentioned being an asshole, where you just ask a bunch of questions, find somebody and just ask them a bunch of questions. Well, the reason I make and do these videos is to document what I've done, number one, so I can remember, what all I've done. And then, you get to learn, especially you get to learn from me not what to do. I think that's the main takeaway from my channel, is what you can at least learn from me what not to do. So it's been fun. I have enjoyed it. But again, when I had my engineering job before, I still kind of worked on this on the side. And when you got a desk job for 10 hours a day, and then I'd get home and work till 1 or 2 in the morning, because this is what I like to do and all. And then when I left that engineering job and started doing this, built this shop here by myself. I built the shop, did everything, put the doors up, bent the conduit, and I made the base rails. I stood it all up by myself, and that's just kind of how I operate. And so, at least at the end of the day, I got me a shop now that I can work on my own stuff again, and only my own stuff, because kind of, when you're doing it for other people, my stuff's always falling behind. There's my $1,200 box of Ford parts for my truck that have been there for, you can go back and watch the video, several months, and I still haven't been able to get it on my truck. Now, I mean, that's my fault too, but at the end of the day, when you've been working on this, for all day, I don't want to work on mine. So I'm kind of happy that I'm taking this other job, and won't be having to deal with all this anymore. And the other side of this too is, trying to charge people for this thing. That was one of the big problems I had with it was, some things aren't as cut and dry as just, removing the engine and, swapping everything over and putting it back together. Sometimes you got to troubleshoot, sometimes you've got to fabricate. A lot, and people don't realize how much time it takes to do a lot of this stuff. And to me, it's second nature. So I know, where to jump in and what to start, what to do, how to do it, get it done, what parts I need. And, I don't even think about it. I just jump right in and do it. And, so I didn't have a good grasp of what to charge people, for doing it. And then I hear other places and shops and stuff of what they're charging and what they're doing. And I'm like, man, I'm just getting taken advantage of here. And then then you see the work that they did, which, I mean, not that my work's 100%, the creme de la creme, the top of the thing, but I mean, I try to do a good job. I want it to function properly more than anything. I mean, looks, I mean, I know this looks nasty and unkempt and could be a lot cleaner and be a better job, but it's a work truck at the end of the day, and as long as it runs and drives and functions properly, that's what I'm concerned about. And again, back to the payment thing, I'm not getting paid to make this look like a show truck, so I'm not gonna do all that extra work, because again, they're already gonna be upset about what I'm charging to do anyway. So, but yeah, it's really exciting to me. Like I say, it's been going on in the background for a while now, and I got the email Friday that went through all the checks and everything that I had to do to get the job, and I got my start date. So I'll be starting in a couple weeks, and during those couple weeks, my wife's already told me that before I start the other job, she has one of those lists for me to do. So in that time, I'm going to try to get my EcoBoost done, get all the stuff done on it, and then try to get, well, this won't be happening in that period, but try to get the shop cleaned up and just try to get my stuff fixed. And I'm gonna have to sell quite a few things, because I need a commuter car now, because working at home, it really doesn't matter about fuel mileage. So now I need something for fuel mileage to get me there and back. It's a decent little drive there and back, but it's quite a good job, and I'm very thankful for it. And like I say, at the end of the day, I'm thankful that I got to have this shop. Now it'll be for my use only again. And then, there'll still be a couple of my buddies and stuff that I'll allow over and to help them and stuff. But, it'll be, a lot more at my discretion than it was before, before it was pretty difficult too. But, nothing's going to change as far as content and whatever. I'm still going to, but everything will be my stuff from now on. And, I'm going to be honest, I kind of got the itch to build something fast again, because I really don't have anything. Surprisingly, I don't have anything really fast at the moment. So I think the highest horsepower thing I own right now is my CTSV, which is kind of sad. So I do have a couple turbos on the bench, turbo log, and some other things. So, and I got the OI6. So, I want to sell I'd like to sell the EcoBoost, and I'd like to sell the 92 OBS truck, and probably the silver truck. So, and then these, and then that's the other thing is, that'll give me time to work on this, get back on this thing and try to get everything, all the rust repair done on it, and then be able to put together a truck. Now I've got an engine at 5.3 over here, and then my transmission guy's doing me a 4L60 again. So, that'd be good to put in there to get it, again, just to have a little cruiser with it, kind of like the OBS truck. But, it's hopefully, that's something, kind of moved up on the list now, because, I need the shop space also. And now I'm hoping that I'll have the time, with getting home from my job and then not having anybody else's stuff to work on, or people calling me to want to work on anything, and then I can just, try to get this taken care of. And then I've got a 62 C10 that's at my dad's shop. So I want to get that going as well. That was my papa's truck, and the first one I learned to drive with a 3 on the tree. So I'm excited about that one. That one's been in the works for I don't know how many years now, but if you saw my dad's shop, you'd understand why it hasn't been done yet, because he's got a 40 by 60 red iron shop, and I mean, it's a very nice shop, and but you can't find anything in there. If you think this shop's a mess, you should see my dad's shop. So, but anyway, that's the update on everything, and like I say, that's the end for me for doing this as a job, and it'll go back to a hobby and hopefully be fun again. So